Apologies for the late start. We're running into some interesting problems when it comes to weird block update. This is totally fine. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream, folks. Hope you're doing fantastic well today. I am Melanie, and yeah, we're doing some more Minecraft today. Although I keep messing things up. It's very helpful. So yeah, what we've been doing, or well, what I've been doing, is I've been playing some Minecraft, and I finally got around to installing Litematica on this version of Minecraft, which is great. I haven't used it in like 2 and a bit years, so it's taken a bit of time to get used to it. But it's going pretty well so far, aside from the fact that, yeah, we're getting some like weird block update stuff going on. Well, this piston was just like extending in a really funny way. I didn't quite know what to make of it. Still, some progress is being made. What's it meant to be? That's close to terracotta. Oh, that's interesting. No idea what even happened there. Just ended up bouncing. Well, it's fine, I suppose. So yeah, what we're doing is we're testing out one of the new designs for a mining machine, which I'm trying to get built. Trying being the operative word. See how it goes. So yeah, no, we're kind of having some fun today. The plan being, I just want to be able to confirm that this build does work on the machine that I am, or rather, this machine works on the version that we're playing on. If it does, happy days. If it does not, then what was that? I just had a random boop. That was very strange and disturbing. But yeah, so the hope is we can actually get this working on this version of Minecraft. If so, we'll be very happy, and I can actually begin expending the effort to actually get it to work on my friend's server, which I've been playing on for the last little bit, which would be very nice. And if I can, then yeah, we can start making some very, very fun progress. Very, very fun progress indeed. So that's the plan. So we're in creative mode. I'm in a little locally hosted world just now while I get this all actually set up. I've got a bit of an interesting week ahead of us this week. I've had to actually like get ready for work today, which is a thing that I don't normally like to do. No. So what I've had to do is, well, rather, what's going to be happening is I'm going to be traveling again today, well, tomorrow rather, tomorrow after work. I have to go traveling again to the location that I was all last week. After a full day's work, it's going to be hell. So yeah, need to do that so that I can. Do I want to? No, I don't want to activate this. So yeah, and this means, annoyingly, we're not going to have to stream tomorrow or the day after very likely because my god, I'm tired by the time I've been traveling all day. Yeah, I've not been looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to suck quite a bit. Tomorrow's going to suck quite a bit. I expect to be very, very tired, which is going to be very disappointing. But I hate, I'm sure so. Okay, this is doing the weird update thing again. It thinks it's charged, but it's not charged. And I know it's not charged because it's not supposed to be charged. So why does it think it is? I didn't need to do that, did I? Yeah, okay, so it seems to be a problem with this observer here for some reason. And that has just done something. Doesn't seem to have. Okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. If that's the case, then that's fine. I'll just roll with it. But yeah, so tomorrow's gonna be a bit of a tiring day. Go away, zombie. Tomorrow's gonna be very tiring, and then the after is gonna be tiring. But at least I'll have a hotel, which will make things marginally easier. Take what we can get. That's Blazed Terracotta. Facing north, it goes like that. Slime. Observer pointing down. And this goes like that. Yeah, it's been a while since I've made one of these things, actually. Well, I've never made this specific one. So I'm not quite as familiar with how all the operations work. But I think I'm kind of starting to piece it all together. A piston, you should not be there. Yeah, I'm kind of getting a bit of a sense for how this should all be laid out. A little bit. Note, it's considerably smaller than older designs, which is lovely actually, because that was one of the big frustrations about the oldest designs, was just that they were so big. They were huge. It took so long to build them. Right, that's an observer facing east. This way. I don't think I want you to pulse when I place you. That's annoying because that's just updating that. And now it thinks it's charged. What the hell is up with this? There's going to be some like weird, there's some weird quasi-connectivity interaction going on. Oh, it just did it again. It just did it again. Oh my god, why? Yeah, there's a weird quasi-connectivity thing going on here, which is very frustrating when it keeps having issues. Look at me, man, cringe. You've been a moderator for 54 months. I can't believe it took me 6 months to get her to give me a moderator. Also enjoy being cringe TV. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Right, there's a bunch of stuff where here. I've got to get so used to using Lightmatica now. That shouldn't be here. Things are so greedy. Right, so that should be there, and that should be there. I get the feeling that pistons that keep extending. Sure, I'm not sure why they're extending though. It's like a weird quasi-connectivity thing going on, which can be really good when you're playing Minecraft, but it can also be very bloody frustrating, and this is one of those times. Deeply frustrating. Keep having to redo the same bit over and over. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, watch. If I place this, that piston's going to extend, right? Okay, it doesn't extend. Great. But yes, thank you for 4.5 years worth of your efforts, TV. Is of course very appreciated, and this is doing the quasi-connectivity thing again, isn't it? Yep, it's doing the quasi-connectivity thing again. My god! And every time I try and fix it by removing the thing that causes the problem, it just throws the entire thing off. Oh my goodness me. Right, okay. Right, that goes there. Then we need the piston here facing east, which is that way. Piston into you. If I now put this block of redstone on, it's fine. Right, okay, so I think it has to be in that order to stop it from screaming. Right, if I now put this here. Good, good, good. That's good, I think. Piston. That's an observer. Sticky piston, that extends. The redstone block goes here. Yeah, I spent a little bit this afternoon getting my mods in order. Now I can, actually play Minecraft. Well, the funny thing is, like, this is just kind of, look at how I play Minecraft, yes. But it's also just like, I don't know. Partially, it's not Minecraft at all. It absolutely is. Right, okay, I think I've managed to get this bit sorted now. There's some blocks glowing at the front for some reason. Don't know entirely why, to be honest. I think it's something to do about like the range at which TNT can explode compared to how this machine works. But I've never ran it before, so I wanna give it a shot just in case I can get away with it. Because like you see these red blocks out the front here, like these ones, it wants me to use endstone for those ones. But endstone's a big hassle. I'd rather not use endstone if I can quite get away with it. So yeah, that's what I'd like to do, as a matter of fact. If I could get away without having to use endstone, I'd be very, very happy. Right, so you go here, you go here. Got an observer pointing this way. Although, yeah, you're fine there. Need two smooth slabs, not slabs, but two smooth thingies here. We get you. That's a slime block, is it not? That's a slime block. That's a piston, but we don't really care about. Oh, it's a sticky piston. Oh, that's fun. Let's go forward and backward then. That's cool. Does this have a block under it yet? No, good. So let's get that note block in place. They pulse a bit. Slime. Regular piston. Slime. That's a slime. Is it a slime? No, it's a piston apparently. Right. That's a piston. No, that's smooth stone. That's a piston. There we go. That's a sticky piston. It faces that way. That's slime. Slime. Redstone. And then we just this cauldron. For some reason, there's a cauldron here. I don't know why. that like to stop the machine going backwards or something? I may just stop the machine going backwards or something. I don't know. Right. So piston, piston. That's a slime block. Then sticky piston. Then we've just got slime block and piston. Right, so this is all the engine. This is the clock. It pushes into, or it will push this block here, which is the slime block, which will push everything alongside it. That'll update this, which will activate that piston, which will activate the rails, which will push everything forwards. Then what happens is when it pushes forward, it does the duplication. When it duplicates, what ends up happening is a combination of the TNT being pushed forwards and to the side. Oh, I do need to remember, we also do need, pretty sure it's the detector rail, as well as mini car. I've still got looked out, tech 2, never mind. Detector rails, I think are in this orientation. Oh, I forgot the imagery here. Go. Right. Is there any more blocks I have missed? Apparently there is. Glad I took the time to double check. That would have been deeply painful if I had not. Would you believe I've already built this thing? I have actually already built this thing. I just, stopped. Well, I didn't stop. I tried to run it and then it broke. So I had to stop and start from scratch. But still, you break stuff, things don't work, you learn, you figure out why it didn't work, you fix it. Right, I think that's this way. So I need to place this here, it doesn't pulse, I can place this back. What's missing here? Another slime block. Anything else missing anywhere? Oh, good. This is extended, but it shouldn't be extended. I got very lucky that that pulse didn't do something that it shouldn't have. So this is extended. This is a problem because of this up here. So I were to, yeah, so that's still activating. I think I can remove this now. Yes, I can. Lovely. Then that goes there. Then that goes there. It doesn't complain. Lovely, lovely. I can place that there. Everyone's happy. Just place these in position. Okay, I think we should be good. Let's just run our little scanner and double check that everything's as it should be. Yep, looks like everything's here. Schematic placements, configure, schematic verifier, start verification. Right, so I've got smooth stone where there should be end stone. I've got a note block in the wrong state. There's an extra slime block and an extra piston. Is the problem. Where are these blocks? Extra slime block and piston. Doesn't seem to want to tell me, does it? Oh, okay, hold on. Apparently this slime block should not be a slime block. And is that piston head that shouldn't be a piston head? Right, we break that, break that. Or wait, should it be a piston head? Hold on. Yeah, it's an air block when it should be a piston, so it should have extended. That's rude. Right, maybe I can just put that there now. But now that's complaining. Oh wait, hold on, I think I know what the problem is. So I need to break that, I can break that. You still appear to be extended. Just give you a little block update and you're fine. Place a sticky piston here. Place the red terracotta here. And that might be it. Just have to replace this. Schematic verifier, start. Yep, okay, so we've got smooth stone where there should be end stone. Does that matter? Probably. I'm not going to use it anyway. And a note block's in the wrong state. That's all that matters. Right. Right. I think we might be good to go now. Just a question of whether we actually need this cauldron. I don't know if this cauldron is strictly necessary. I'm not sure if it's just designed to be an immovable block or what it does, but... Hold on. Let's be sensible. We'll save the world. I'll make a little world backup. Is there any way to like duplicate it? Yeah, make backup. That's nice. You just click make backup and you've got a backup. Lovely. And apparently that's good. Right, we've got a backup. I like that you can do that in engine now. Right, so... Right. The device should be primed now. Lovely. It's always fun when it's primed. Everything looks like it should be fine. Looks like it. Now we hit this. Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, very interesting. Oh, okay. Right, let's hit it again and we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm not noticing it blowing itself up. Which is interesting. So it lands on the trapdoor, then shoots itself forward. Oh my goodness gracious me, this looks fun. And yeah, this is... Oh dear, oh no, that's bad. That'll be why we need endstone, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be why we need endstone. Oh good, oh good golly gumdrops, that's good news. Okay, right. That was, like, believe it or not, as much as it looks like this was a failure, this was actually very important because it demonstrated to me, yes, we do need endstone. Or, you know, ancient debris, which is, you know, much more expensive. Did you won? I did indeed won KFC. We slightly blew up something that it took me about half an hour to build. But it's in creative mode anyway, so it's fine. So yeah, bad news for my friends. I'm gonna have to bully them into doing the end dungeon sooner rather than later. So that I can get one of these up and running. And yeah, actually get us like a crap ton of diamonds, because that should be a pretty big explosion actually. I do wish that it fired a little further forward. I wish it had a bit more of an arc to it. But honestly, considering how like efficient this is, it's pretty decent. Actually, it's pretty decent. I think you can also make this thing spawn proof by swapping some of these blocks, like these blocks in front. I'm fairly sure you can get away with these blocks here being, what are they called? Like sea lanterns or like glowing thingamabobbers. Whatever they are, I completely forget what they're all called. But yeah, that makes life a bit easier. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I have some pink lemonade. So yeah, yeah, just replace this block here, like everything on the top, or like every other one on the top or something, with a glowy block, and we should be good. But yes, this does demonstrate that we do need to actually have beaten the Ender Dragon, so that I have end stone so that I can build this thing. Which is slightly annoying, because that means I have to corral my friends into actually beating the damn game. So, yeah. Well, good news. We've learned a lot, and that's the important thing. The important thing is that we know what's necessary to be done. Okay, so 2 things that need to be done to be able to do this. We need to get a large amount of slime, and we need, like, I'm pretty sure we're good for redstone, we're good for all the components that go into redstone. We might need some cobble generator. But honestly, cobblestone's not the hardest thing to get your hands on generally anyway, so I can probably be fine with it. We're probably fine without it. Let me just very quickly... Oh, I'm throwing my phone everywhere. Let's just have a little quick look at how much cobblestone we have to hand. None in here. 3. Okay, we've got 4 stacks of cobblestone. That's not enough for my purposes. Okay, first thing I end up building might end up just being a cobble generator, for goodness sake. Which is an interesting thing to be making a priority project. We can't do anything with that until we've got slime. We do have some slime to hand. 26 slime balls. Finally, I can retire and give up this life of crime. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more slime than that. 26 slime balls. I'm pretty sure that's nowhere near what I need. Yeah, I need 57 slime blocks and 9 sticky pistons. So that's what, 58 slime blocks? Pretty much. Which is a good amount of slime. It's an awful lot of slime, actually. Right, okay, so what we do need then is slime. For slime, we need blocks. For blocks, we actually need... Funnily enough, something that we need for the slime is we need mushrooms. So we might end up being... Where's the mushroom thingamabobber? Here we go. Right, we've got some brown mushrooms. We are going to have to make a mini mushroom farm. Is what we're going to have to do. We're going to make a mushroom farm. It's fine. Trust me. We need mushrooms and lots of them. I'm pretty sure I do actually have a schematic for a... Where's the slime farm? Slime farm, 2-layer brown mushroom, I think might be the one I want to go for. Which I've not looked at for over 4 years, my goodness. Wonderful. Right, so let's see, that's this one, let's turn it off. So this is the mushroom. Configure. Mushroom forever. Cool. Have a look at that material list. Primary thing that we're going to need a lot of. Show all. Are you not going to show me raw materials? Exception copying. Right. I'll write to file. That's fine. Okay, there's an error because it's not loaded the material list. That's a mild concern. Hold on. Okay, so the schematic is loaded, but it's not going to give me the materials list. That's a concern. Actually. So yeah, we need a lot of mushrooms. That's, I mean, it's built on a base of iron blocks. I don't want to use iron blocks. They're expensive. They use cobblestone. They've got these around the edges. There's tons of mushrooms. Magma blocks we can get our hands on easy. We just need a building block. Those are stone slabs. Okay, so they're slabs. With a gap of 1, 2, 2.5. What the mushrooms do is it stops mobs that aren't slimes from spawning. So yeah, we are gonna need us some brown mushrooms and a lot of them. This is fine though. So cobble generator I can get when I've got... Wait, actually, can I make a cobble generator just now? That's something worth checking. Can I make a cobble generator just now? Because I do have a schematic for a cobble generator too. Let's have a little look. Will it show me the materials list? Nope, I bet you it's incompatible. That's helpful. I'm just gonna have to make another copy, aren't I? It's fine. Turn that off, turn that on. Couple generators here. It requires 1, 2, 3, 6 slime blocks by the looks of it. Maybe more. Hold on. Right, in terms of slime, it requires 3, 4, 5, 6 slime blocks. Just 6 slime blocks. We do need cobblestone. And we're going to need a lot of it. I think I prioritize building this thing. 654. Yeah, okay. So we don't have slime enough to build this yet. I'm gonna have to get slime. I have been instructed that there is a swamp biome, I think to the west. I think. So let's, well, okay, first of all, let's do mushrooms. Then we'll go to the swamp biome with everything that I need to also be able to make the cobble generator. And we'll take things from there. So, if we are making a mushroom farm, we have to do that underground. For doing that underground, we've got the mine downstairs. Brown mushroom. It also needs to be grown on pods. It's not pods all. So much bone block, and this is going to be very handy. Just going to pop you in here, that's fine. Nothing else is really important. Right. Got a gold helmet on, so I can go into the nether. What I'm going to do is... Oh, mushrooms, lovely. We're going to... I keep forgetting how weird the nether is. The one that we've got. Let's see. We're gonna go this way, because if I go right to the very end of it, I remember there's a crimson forest. If I've got a crimson forest, then I can use the mycelium or nylium or whatever it is from the crimson forest to do some good stuff. Oh, Instamain. Oh, that's so good. Wait, what have I actually got on this? Okay, to be fair, it's efficiency 4. Instamain is to be expected. Only slightly. Right, here we go. This is stuff that I need. Oh, really? Right. Believe it or not, all I need. Although, while I'm here, I will also grab a couple of these. I should just need 6 of them. I can get 6. I'll take 6. There's 2 over there. Also, I don't have a hoe, which is a tool that you need to be able to use these things. There's a floor under me. Yes, there is. Good, good. Right. 3 will do. Not amazing, but it'll do the job. I don't need it to do much. Right, okay. This was already a productive first step. We've got some crimson nylium, which we need to grow mushrooms on. At least I'm pretty sure you can grow mushrooms on it. Right, next order of business. We need to actually make this mushroom farm. Mushroom farm is important. Right, so now that we've got that, I take the brown mushrooms. I also take all the bone blocks. I could also redstonify this entire process, and I might just do more or less for the fun of it. Grab some cobblestone. I need some iron. It's all coming back to me now. Let's see. So I need those. I need observers, for which I need... Where the hell have they got these things? I need... Yeah, nether quartz. Lovely. So I want 2 observers facing each other. I need a piston. Make it a sticky piston. Oh, look at that. More slime balls. Lovely. Didn't realize there were some over here too. I'm gonna yoink those. Yeah, I'm yoinking all the good stuff. 1 slime ball for me. We need a stick. So, 2 observers, a lever, a sticky piston would be ideal. I don't have the wood for a sticky piston. You was forgetting something. That's a regular piston. And a sticky piston, lovely. And we also need a dispenser. There's a dropper here. What's the difference between a dropper and a dispenser? Dispenser has a bow in it. Yes, a dispenser has a bow. Which is like a really weird requirement. I mean, like it kind of makes sense, but it's just still weird. So now I have a bow. I can now make a dispenser, which is going to be nice. Dispensers can hold 1 stack of objects. I'm going to have a large number of stacks of objects. We will make another, well, rather, we will make a chest. Make a hopper while I'm at it. Yeah, I should have made another chest, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should have made another chest. Never mind. Right, we should have everything that we need now. Should being the operative word. What I'm going to do is we're going to go down into the mines and make a mushroom farm. Geronimo. Right. Where's a good spot for a mushroom farm? We need the light level to be low, but not like unreasonably low. Honestly, this might not even be the worst place to start. Although clearing this space out is going to be a bit frustrating. I think the area that we need is going to be like 6 by 6 or thereabouts. So what I'm going to do very quickly is just use this to fence this little area off. I will... No, I didn't want to... Bundles are such a hassle. There we go. Right, and I forget how tall mushrooms can grow, but they can grow pretty damn tall. So I think probably an 8 by 8 section. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I just dug this in the wrong place, didn't I? Well done, Mel. Right. Okay. Oakley dokley. Just clear this whole area out. And if memory serves, mushrooms don't actually grow that insanely high. Like, they do grow tall, but like the only cost for like how tall they grow is just like how many bone meals you use to make them grow. Which is not the worst. We'll need to go a bit high though. Like at least as high as like a tree. Also, we should really get around to making some scaffolding blocks. Scaffolding's rather handy for getting those hard to reach areas. Actually, rather than going up, doesn't it make more sense to go down? I'm clever. Down makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, we'll just flatten this section out a little. Maybe this section here too. But yeah, beating the Ender Dragon would be a very good idea. Like, one of the last things we ended up doing on the server that I played with my friends prior to my account no longer working was we did beat the Ender Dragon. So it would be nice to do so again. Right, okay, we're already on Deep Slate Layer, that's annoying. Right, or rather, we're already on the bedrock layer. Which is not ideal, mind. Not the worst, just not ideal. Right, that's actually not too bad. We get another 3 blocks of height out of this thing. Totally fine, totally doable. Oh, even found some redstone for me trouble. So yeah, we get the mushrooms for the slime farm, then we get the slime. When we've got the slime, we use the slime to make us a cobble farm, because I'm going to need a hell of a lot of cobble for all the redstone stuff that I'm going to be doing. Once we have the cobble and the slime, but I think what happens is I go make like a mini base out next to a swamp. I gather the slime necessary to make a cobblestone generator. I use the cobble generator to make the slime farm. When I have the slime farm, then I've got the material to make the tunnel bore. which is mostly useful for getting diamonds and stuff, but it can be used in the overworld, it can be used in the nether. You can do a lot of good stuff with it. I need to be a little conscious of my pickaxe. It might break momentarily if I'm not careful. Really need to find a source of unbreaking for it. That would be a good thing. I don't know where I got those crimson roots from, but whatever. Right. So, what I'll do, I think we need to break this. We put a piece of nylium. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Put this here. Get a mushroom. We put the mushroom on top. I can also make myself a little ramp. I think it can be one higher than this. Just about. Can I go this low? Yeah, I can go this low. And then what I do is we put, actually, I think we do it like this. Along here. So this is a piston. Right here, we do observer, observer. They're now blinking at each other. Very Yuri. Dispenser goes here. And we use a lever just here, which can turn this on and off at will. Wonderful. What I can also do, we can use chest and hopper. Hopper goes... gotta turn off flexi block placement, that's fine. That goes there. Chest goes here. Take all the stone to the side for a second. Turn everything into bone meal. And that's how we get our mushroom. That's how you do it. So yeah, chest was not entirely necessary. And yeah, then we've got mushroom. Big mushroom. And then I can do this. And what do I have? But like all the mushroom in the world. Look at all these shrooms. Gotta love it. And then I can clear all that out. And then we can just go again. Because now I have 25 mushrooms. I just made a 20 mushroom profit. Plop that down. It'll now try and grow a mushroom. It'll take a little while because game hates fun. Or more likely it's too bright in here, in which case. Right, doesn't seem to be brightness. I need to stop this thing. I'm surprised the first one went so quickly, actually. Yeah, we used a lot. I'm surprised the first one grew so quick. Oh, no. Oh, it's because of the nylium. The nylium broke, so it no longer counts. That's unreasonable. That is. Right, if I place another block next to it, though, if I turn this back on, right, it doesn't bone meal that. That's irritating. What would also need is to be able to bone meal the bottom one. I could make another hopper, but I don't have the wood. I don't need to worry about that because I have this. But then I need another dispenser as well, and I don't have a dispenser. Crud. I thought I was onto something. Really thought I was onto something. Right, okay, it's fine. Let me just have a quick look. See what Minecraft's rules for growing mushrooms are. Minecraft brown mushroom. What are the rules for growing a brown mushroom? Let's find out. It can be planted on mycelium, nylium, podzol, or darkness, which allows it to spread over time or receive bone meal to grow into a huge brown mushroom. Cool. Huge mushrooms. Let's see. Right, I should probably turn that clicking off. Let's see. Can be insta-mined with anything, sure. Naturally generates. Huge mushroom spawns. When bone meal is applied to a brown mushroom, the mushroom has a chance to go into a huge brown mushroom, provided it's on a proper block. Grass, dirt, coarse dirt, rooted dirt, mud, muddy mangrove roots, moss block, pale moss block. Right, okay, so what you're telling me is I could have done this with a dirt block and it would have been happy. Yeah. The only benefit is doing it with nylium means you can do it at any light level. Which is fine, I suppose. Oh, light level 12 or below. Oh, hold on, we're sorted for that. Right, in that case I just need a dirt block. I mean, that's not unfeasible. Right, 132. That's fine. Right, let's go find us some dirt. Now that that's strangely become the limiting factor. There... I can't believe we don't have anything useful down here. Right, fine. We'll go find some dirt. There'll probably be one, like, in this shaft. I just need to go looking for it. Let's see. Huge mushrooms and growth is also a thing. We're still in deep slate layers, so I'm not fancying my chances of getting dirt here. Surprised they only need light level 12 or below. I thought with the mob spawning rules you might have changed that, but apparently not. Right, here's some... Okay, here's not dirt. Oh, that's dirt. Don't mind if I do. There we go. Yeah, okay, so it turns out that entire trip to the Nether was entirely unnecessary. Like, there might have been something useful that we get out of it, but for the most part, no. There we go. Big mushroom. Wonderful. Definitely a low enough light level. I can even swap this over to that side and ow! Just hit myself in the face with a giant mushroom. Phrase that has never been uttered by anyone before. Yep, this is how you get mushrooms. This is how you do it. Oh. Apparently this is how you actually lose your pickaxe super quick. My goodness, that was fast. Honestly, I'm also surprised that no mushrooms ended up in there. Anyway, that has netted me, like, from 5, I have over a stack of mushrooms already. Right, now I need to go get some sticks. Right, hold on. Yep, pretty good. Pretty efficient, actually. But yeah, now I need sticks. Because apparently I need, I forgot how quickly the condition of your axe breaks when you're doing this. Somehow I completely forgot. Well, to be fair, it's completely understandable why I'd forget. Dear, you know, I remember back in the AGDs, one of the things that I did was I made a mushroom farm as like part of the entrance to like one of my first bases. Or rather, I made it like in the area behind my base. Oh, that was fun. That was nostalgic. I miss that server. So many memories on it. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I need tools. I'm gonna get any good use out of this. An iron farm would also be a worthy endeavor. Like a proper iron farm would also be good. Right, you know what? I've been mining a lot of diamonds lately. I think I can justify using some diamonds. Just a few mines. Where are the diamonds at? Three diamonds, 2 sticks. Diamond pickaxe, lovely. Right, that should get me some mushrooms. Granted, I don't actually know how many mushrooms I need. Because the schematic ain't loading. It's fine. We'll be able to make another at the very least. Schematic, I mean. Lucky. Ow. Okay, apparently I'm just super low to the ground now. That's fun. Right, how much did chopping down 1 mushroom cost me? Also, I think I'll break that. So, condition went down by 48. Actually quite steep now I think about it. When you're ready. Why is it not growing? Mushroom, are you feeling alright? It doesn't seem to want to grow all of a sudden. I mean, I haven't done anything. Oh, right, this is my way. Yep, that was literally it. Just looking for the volume, that's what she said, yep. Mushroom, why aren't you growing? It's so true. Damn, don't you hate it when a mushroom doesn't grow? Such a problem. They need to feel comfortable, is what needs to happen. Mushroom doesn't feel comfortable, it's not gonna grow. They're sensitive little things. Some of them get very anxious, some of them only grow in the dark. It's not anything to be ashamed of. Sometimes they're just self-conscious little mushrooms. It's valid. Also, it's what she said. It's exactly what I said. But yeah, effective way of getting many mushrooms. Unfortunately, fortune does not increase the drop rate. As nice as that would be. Also, how speedy this has gotten. Let's collect our mushrooms. Now, having a little water-based collection system would be very handy. I think you need... actually, I don't remember how many you need. I mean, we've got nearly 4 stacks already of mushrooms, which is pretty good. We will need more, though. Let's just go until we're at a bone meal. I don't think anybody else is planning to do anything with bone meal, so... Also, at some point, a mob farm would be a good idea. Like a mob grinder. Just a way to get mob resources would be good. One for creepers would probably be pretty useful. I mean, I don't need to use like a crazy amount of gunpowder, like TNT, but might not be the worst idea in the world, getting a little creeper farm going. Lovely. Hmm. I'm feeling a bit tired today. Like, I had a very late night last night. In spite of me being rather tired as I was going to bed, I didn't actually go to sleep until like after 4 AM. Kind of bad, actually. Not that I wasn't tired, I was just reading. I was just like very much enjoying reading. And also I think like just because of the nature of what the last week has been like, I have just been utterly exhausted. Like my muscles are still achy. To be entirely honest. My muscles are achy, I am sore. Honestly, I had kind of thought, yeah, it would be a good idea to have a bath. Just rest the weary muscles. I didn't. I didn't. I'll have one when I go to the hotel tomorrow. I'll be fine. I'll be completely fine. But yeah. Oh, don't need that. Brown mushroom block, I don't want that. You can't eat that. So yeah. Bit of a rest required this weekend. Unfortunately, by rest, it means, like, spend an unreasonable amount of time reading. But you know what? It's been a nice weekend. Oh, also, further developments. on the coffee front. Because I've graduated from the bags of coffee, little sachets that they give you in the hotels and stuff. Actually purchased my own little jar of instant coffee, decaf, so I can enjoy it in peace and quiet. So yeah, just oh, look at that, look at all the mushroom we've got. We've still got way over half the bone meal available. This is awesome. So yeah, unfortunately I got into coffee. Unfortunately, I have been drinking coffee. I have made it through all this time in my life not having coffee. And to be fair, I still associate it with... Of course that broke, never mind. Of course I still associate it with both my mum and brother, who both like coffee and have talked down to me for years for not enjoying coffee. And I was just like, well, seems the turntables. Yeah. So yeah, now they're like, yeah. Or it's not that now they're not like anything. But now I'm just like, yeah, after all this time of not liking coffee, now I'm eating coffee. Or drinking coffee, rather. Anyway, that's nearly 8 stacks. I think that'll be a reasonable place to call things on the mushroom front for now. But yeah, no, it's just nice. Like, it's weird, like never having been a coffee person, I've started drinking it. I am at risk of it becoming like a hobby. I know there's all kinds of fun stuff that you can do and get for it. But I will do my best to kind of hold off on that. At least until I'm a little bit more solvent. Not that I'm currently insolvent, just that, you know, I have a bit of a habit of picking up a new hobby and then like dropping it quite quickly. And I would like the same thing not necessarily to happen. Like, I can just have a casual interest in coffee. Like, that's allowed. It's totally allowed. Right. So. Very effective little missions so far. I should set my spawn somewhere. That's the bed I should set my spawn in for now. So, what am I doing? I ask myself yet again. We've got loads of... Oh, we've got loads of stuff here, actually. Definitely do need more slime. We've got the mushrooms. We do need stuff for iron golems. So let's... Ooh, what I should do, actually, is make myself a new axe, first of all. So axe is here. I need to carve pumpkins, for which I need snip-snips. Where are the snip-snips? I do have snip-snips, right? Oh yeah, and there's a bone meal generator. We'll make a proper bone meal generator sometime. Yeah, where are the snip-snips? Hold on. Did I not have a set of shears, or did I lose them? I might have lost them. That's fine, I'll just make a new set. Set of shears. Stow the nylium. Stow the other blocks. Trim lights can go in here too. What else? What else? Nether quartz for observers. I don't need observers, but I do need, yeah, I do need some stuff. So wait, where's all the nether quartz gone? I think I traded for a lot of it. Where all the nether quartz at? Don't tell me it's been turned into quartz blocks. Got calcite here. Terracotta will be useful. Absolutely. Ah, here we go. Here's nether quartz. Right. We'll take a stack of nether quartz. Oh, there's a set of shears. Of bloody course. Stack of nether quartz. I need stone, which I should be able to silk touch mine at some point. Oh dear, there goes my camera. Wonderful. Stone is fine. We also do need cobblestone. We've got a torch. I will take a... I don't have that much, do we? I'll take a stack of spruce logs, because you never know if you're going to need some wood. What else? What else? What else do I need? Cobblestone's probably one of the more important things. We've got redstone. I will bring 2 stacks of redstone blocks. What else? What else? What else? TNT would be a good thing to have. Gonna need some of that at some point. Where's the TNT at? Where is the TNT at? Oh, here we go. Tons of it. Right, okay, I'm gonna take half of it. I'm gonna put that in my ender chest. That's gonna be nice and safe in there. What else do I need? So that lets me make comparators. It lets me make repeaters. I've got redstone. It lets me make... What are they called? Could maybe do some more iron. Yeah, I could do with some more iron, I think. I'll take 16 blocks. Oh yeah, I do need pumpkins. Specifically, we need carved pumpkins. I'll just steal them all. What else do I need? We've got all the mushrooms. The mushrooms are in storage. What else do I need? What else is important? Got chests. We've got a bucket of water. I've got iron so I can get more. Take another bucket of water because why not? What else? What else do I need? Lava's not important. Coal's not majorly important. We're not doing nether tunnels yet, so that's not important. Don't need brown glazed terracotta just yet. Could take a stack of glass. I will need that for the iron farm when I get around to it eventually. I'll take... Oh, how much obsidian do I need? I mean, I can make obsidian myself. Like, there's lava everywhere. I'll make some obsidian for myself. I'll come back for more. I'll bring some obsidian, why not? Don't remember how much I need. Some rails. I need a detector rail, but I've got all the stuff that I need to be able to make one of those. I think I have everything I need. Okay, one thing that I could do with is fixing up my thingamajiggy. So let's kill some sheep so I can have some XP, so I can repair my pickaxe a little. It's a little bit of casual murder, you see. Right, that's probably enough. Cull the herd a little. What I can also do is there's like a bunch of ore in here. Chuck that in there, that's fine. Not that it's that useful. Agashi, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing very well. Welcome, welcome to the stream. I am rather tired, but on the whole not doing too bad. Thank you very much. Hopefully you're doing good yourself. We have spent today gathering a lot of mushrooms. And we are about to try and find us a nice swamp biome, which I've been told is to the west. I think I have everything that I need. And if not, well, I'll just make the trip back. So yeah, we are trying to get some slime so I can make a slime farm. But I need the slime to be able to make a cobblestone farm. When I have a cobblestone farm, I can make a slime farm. And then when I have the slime farm, I can make a big tunnel bore machine. That's my current tech tree. That's the tech tree I'm working on. Hold on, let me switch a light on in here. It's a bit dark. There we go, much better. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well. I have been told that there's a swamp to the west, but I didn't realize we had to go through the ice field again. I'm not happy about the ice field. I was told west. That's what I was told. I wasn't told that it was an ice field. I'm concerned. A little sick, but we'll be fine. Caught some cough and cold. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it. Hopefully you can get rested up soon. Hopefully you can take things a bit easier the next couple days or so. Fingers crossed. I hope you're feeling a bit better. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't really looking swampy to me. Who knows? Maybe we'll go this way. I mean, like, it looks like we're more coming on the snow section. Like, this is just the snowy area. Yeah, because if I go north, that takes me to the hotter area. If I go west, that takes me to the cold area. If I go south, I actually don't know what's to the south. But yeah, I'm not feeling good about going west. West isn't really speaking to me. Oh wait, is this desert? If this is desert, I can work with the desert. Deserts are good environments to work in. They're nice and quiet, you see. You don't have to worry about rain that much, which is very helpful. That's an ocean monument. Let's go around it. Yeah, let's try going south. I was told west. I don't believe them. They could have also meant east for all I know. Yeah, they're shooting something. As long as they're not shooting me, I don't care. They'll go shooting me. Guardians are so demanding of attention. Seriously. Mm. So needy. Ah, dear. Right. Is it possible for us to find something handy? I'm just going to double check something very quickly. No, this is fine. Right. There must be something good somewhere. Yeah, I don't think east is the right direction because it's cold. It could be west, but I did go out west a little ways earlier today. I did go 5 kilometers north. That's where I found a cold ocean. Or warm ocean, rather. Which is where I got myself my... Yes, yes, I hear ya. What the hell does that noise come from? Just a laser beams on their head? So weird. But yeah, ended up going 5,000 blocks north, which is where I found a warm ocean, which is where I got the coral blocks, which I need, or rather, well, the coral fans rather, which are really handy for TNT duplication machines, which I am going to be making eventually at some point. But yeah, I need slime. Slime is a priority. Like, if I don't get slime, then I can't automate cobble production. If I can't automate cobble production, then I can't make a slime farm. Or, well, I could. It would just, take a hell of a lot more time because I'd have to, like, manually collect all the cobblestone. Whereas if I automatically create the cobblestone, then I can just, like, work with the first batch to build the thing. And actually, does it even take that much cobblestone? I don't think it takes actually that much cobblestone. Oh wait, no. The cobble generator doesn't take much cobblestone, but it produces cobblestone. But it's necessary to make the slime farm. So yeah, the real limiting factor is actually the stone, rather the cobblestone. Right, what have we got here? This looks like, okay, it looks like we've got plains biome, savanna biome. I'm not sure. I think like I've been told that there's mangrove swamps somewhere. I was told west. I have a feeling it might not be west. Which is why I'm all the way out here. Ooh, Skeleton and armor. That's fun. But yeah, so I would dearly like to find a nice little swamp. What time is it? Nearly midnight. And find a swamp. Then I can get slimes because slimes spawn in swamps. I think they also spawn according to the moon, actually. Is the moon waxing or waning? I think the moon's waning, which is a disappointment. But not the worst deal in the world. Cause we only need to kill a couple of slimes. And deal with killing a couple of them. Right, Dark Oak Forest. Got a birch forest. Something's lit up over here. Hello? Oh yeah, I can now like zoom in and stuff. Okay, someone apparently left some loot here when they came floating by. Grab that, why not? Oh, is that a glow squid? It's an alley! What are you doing here, little guy? Hello? What are you doing here? Ali yearns. Totally relatable. Hello, little one. Hello. Oh, you're adorable. Yeah, someone must have saved him at some point. Oh, that's so cute. Yearning is relatable. Don't you worry, little guy. You'll get there eventually. Right. So where is... I was looking at it, I was like, is that glow squid? It's not glow squid, it's fine. Zethlin, oh no, good to see you, Zeth. Hopefully all's good with you. Welcome, welcome. We are currently looking for a swamp biome because I need slime. If I get slime, I can make a cobble farm. If I get a cobble farm, I can make a slime farm. If I get a slime farm, oh, that's cold. That's another cold biome. I don't think it's this way. All right. We're gonna have to go north again, aren't we? Wait, north? Yeah, actually, let's go east. Wait, east? Hold on. Yeah, we need to go east to be able to go south again. That's fine. Need the slime to make the slime. You're not wrong. But we need the slime to be able to automatically make cobblestone. I need a lot of cobblestone to make the slime farm. So yeah, we actually do need the slime to make the slime. Unfortunately, that's a Minecraft beat sometimes. It'd be a silly game. I'm gonna try and go, yeah, this way a little bit. Yeah, that looks familiar. Oh, span me around a little. Where exactly? Ah, yes, I know where I am. We need to go back this way a little. But yeah, the sooner I can get my hands on a swamp biome, the sooner I can get more slime. I mean, there are slime chunks in the cave next to our village, which honestly might not be the worst place to get some slime. It's just a hassle, like, you know, killing the slimes and running away so they can spawn again. And going back to them. Bit of a hassle. So I would like to find a nice jungle. The slimes spawn in the jungle. But then, maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe I should just be mining them in the cave. Interesting thought. I will consider it. If I don't have much joy, because eventually the way this ocean's generated, I'm gonna have to like loop back around to the north anyway. So if I end up looping like most of the way around home anyway, then yeah, I'll probably end up just mining them, or hunting them. Which is kind of funny. I think I only need, how many is it? 54? Like not even a stack? And I've already got, oh, how much have I got? I've got like 40 something. Yeah, I don't need to, do I? I mean, like, I need to find the swamp anyway, so this isn't going to be wasted time. I'm just I'm risking all my resources. Like, if I accidentally float into something dangerous, I'll be in trouble. But there. Cows! Looking ominously. Also, I swear to goodness, if there turns out to be a freaking warm ocean biome here, with what are they called? Coral, I'll be very disappointed. I had to go 5,000 miles. 5,000 miles. I had to go 5,000 blocks for that. And then I could have just gone like a little bit to like the southeast and I would have found more. Possibly. But so far, I'm not seeing any. And as convenient as it would be if they were here, I kinda hope that they won't be. Yeah, this feels a bit colder ocean. Not too warm. Like it was all the way down that way, more or less, that kind of direction. But yeah, what we're looking for is that swamp. Which I've heard there is one. I'm not sure where. What was this? A little rock. Nothing too fancy. Oh goodness. What was that? Oh, it's a pufferfish. Oh, charming. And lo and bloody behold, we got a bloody coral reef so close to the bait. Oh, that's so annoying. I could have just floated up here and found the coral reef easily. I was looking for ages. I'm so disappointed. It's fine. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it, I suppose. Right, okay, so that looks like it's moving towards more of like average terrain. Kind of look back around this way. Looks like we're turning around west again, which is interesting. Maybe a little. Do we have a swamp though? Yeah, I kept wondering, like, oh, why am I taking poison damage? Of course, it's a pufferfish. That does make sense that it would be a pufferfish. Well, it's fine. But yeah, I need to find that swamp. That's a rune portal. I'd expect no one's been here yet. Looks like this is all savannah. Pick up like gold block just because I feel like it. Check and see if there's anything good in the chest while we're here. It's not been looted. We got glistering melon, golden carrots. Nothing else too essential. We'll take the obsidian though. Silk touch and a golden shovel. Damn, that's useless. I mean, silk touch is good, don't get me wrong, but a golden shovel just breaks so easily. Not to mention the only thing that you would really want to use it on, like specifically, would be like, that's jungle. That is jungle. What's that? Just to be island. Yeah, the only thing you'd want to use it specifically on is like gravel. And like all that does is it eliminates like a 1 in 10 chance of getting some flint instead. Not the biggest deal in the world. I think we're technically in a river here. Maybe a kind of delta. Yeah, it feels a bit delta-y. Nope, nope, we are definitely in a river. Or a lake. Or fjord. But yeah, this is very clearly all jungle and forest. And desert! Also some really funky world generation. Look at this! Look at this! This is pretty cool. It's like a big overhang right on the edge of this forest going into desert. That's pretty cool. I like that. Very cool. Shame it doesn't go anywhere. Right, I think I'm gonna try and like cut across the desert to get back to the ocean. We'll cut across the desert to the northwest. That should take me back. Hello, bunny. Oh, Badlands biome. That's fun. Not just a desert, but Badlands. We could take some of this and make more terracotta, which is nice. There's ocean. There's some more Badlands. More desert. Let's just, yeah. Ooh, with a stony shore too. That's very fun. Right, can I swap the ender chest for the payload boat? Have a snack. Yeah, stony shore. You don't see that very often. Iron. How much do I care about iron? Basically not at all. I'm gonna put a bunch of these like small random things in this bundle. Don't need netherrack. Put the block of gold in there. Chests can go in there too. It's amazing how many things can fit in a bundle. Seriously, I don't know why I slept on bundles for so long. They're just so handy for a little bit of inventory management. What was I thinking? Oh yes, we'll take a little bit of coal as we're going by. Never hurts to have some coal. Might hurt the atmosphere, but that's not this game. Still watching the condition on my gear. Sorry, I need to double check something. Oh, it's fine, don't care. Friends chuntering amongst themselves, but not friends who might join in on game. Bit of iron is very welcome. I really didn't need to do that, but I wanted to. My OCD was bothering me. Ooh, gold. That's fun. Right, I think it's time for boating again. And just look at how much coral reef there is here. Like, where was this earlier on, this afternoon? Before I streamed. And I was like, yes, I really need some coral fans. There were none. I went for miles and couldn't find any. Let's see, we're going east. I have a feeling there might be one about 2,000 blocks that way, but I'm going to try and stick to the shore. Just in case I find another one. I have been told there is one, I'm just being stubborn. I don't know where it is. I want to know where it is. Right. More Stony Shore, it's getting late. I've only rode through one night, so I probably don't need to worry too much about phantoms tonight. Plus, I'm on a boat, I can just stay on the move. Probably don't need to worry too much. I do have a bed as well, so if I find a decent place to put down for the night. Is that? That's just a tree. I thought that was a house for a second there. Right. Anything looking of interest down here? No, that's just plains looking. That is a ruined portal. Don't care. Not right now. Let's sit down over there if I can. We'll very quickly have a nap before the nasties start spawning. Hopefully. Here we go. Sleep through the night. No nasties bother me. Wonderful. Of course, now my spawn's all the way over here, so if I... Well, actually, no. My spawn, I've reset, so if I die, I'm in trouble. Is this an inlet, or is this ocean? This looks like ocean. Because look at this, we're looping south again. What the hell? Right, this might be an inlet. That's more desert over... Not desert. Right, yeah. No, this is an inlet. More jungle over there. Jungle's fine. It suggests we're somewhere a bit warm. I'm more interested in swamp than jungle right now. You know what's really weird actually? Like the like of all the locations in the game, the loot tables for fishing in a jungle is completely different from literally any other biome in the game. And I don't know why. But like everywhere else, you can get like enchanted books, enchanted fishing rods, enchanted bows. But then you're in the jungle, it's just like you get cocoa beans. You get like nothing of interest, like no good enchanted stuff, just junk. And I think it's supposed to like represent the idea that, you know, the jungle's like untamed wilderness kind of thing. Like no one's ever been here. Like nature rules and that kind of thing. Um Funnily enough, it's not really what the deal is with jungles. Like most jungles actually have like a really long history of civilization. And like even oh wow, this is a big jungle. Um some of them even like has got to the stage where we're just like, yeah, we're finding not just that people have lived in jungles, but like a matter of like hundreds of years ago, the jungles were actually just like really well managed like farmland between cities. Like the Amazon, for example, Mesoamerica. Like not just untamed jungle, no. Like this is like we're talking post-apocalyptic stuff going on here, basically. Pre-colonial kind of things, which is just so cool. Just like the idea that like a lot of this land is like completely no one has ever lived here, but then it's like, nope, it just looks like that. Turns out people have lived here for like thousands of years. Only you knew what you're looking for. Right, here we go, desert, which is interesting. So we're still in hot climate, but this means that the humidity map is quite low here. Nice little transitional area there, very nice. I do like the jungle's edge biomes. Like you just see like jungle trees, but they're like very small. Very small and cute. Like deserts as well. Like what was it? I was watching something a couple of weeks ago or so, and I forget exactly what it was. It was talking about like the Sahara Desert and how it goes through. Ooh, desert monument. I mean, I can check out a desert monument. But yeah, I was talking about how the Sahara Desert, like, what was it? We're talking like, I think like long before Bronze Age. We're talking like still kind of Stone Age. We're finding like more and more evidence of like massive like river systems and you know all kinds of like really cool stuff going on in these locations. And just learning, okay, yeah, it turns out there's a lot more to the Sahara than we ever realized as far as human civilization. Like, arguably, civilizations older than like Mesopotamia. It's like at the time that this civilization was falling apart, Mesopotamia was just getting going, kind of thing. So yeah, no, super cool. Really cool. And it's just like, yeah, that's just like, ooh, Unbreaking 3. Okay, that's some good damn loot right there. Unbreaking 3, don't mind if it does. What else do we get? Looting 1, not terrible, not amazing, but not terrible. We'll take these bones, by the way. More bones. We got some gold. We'll get rid of the pressure plate. Although I do need the pressure plate. Put the pressure plate in the bundle. It's fine. Well, we'll call that a good one. Don't need any chests. We've got plenty of wood. But yeah, just really advanced river systems. We found people buried. We found like indications of like the wealth that these people would have had in those places. Suggestions of the kind of lives that they lived, that the fact that they've been living there for thousands of years. Like two people like buried basically in the same spot but 600 years apart. It's amazing. It's just so easy to like lose sight of like how long humans have lived and how, even if we're talking, you know, even like before the earliest cities and civilizations that we can identify, people still lived everywhere. People are not that different from us. And it's humbling. All this to say, give us interesting loot and jungle fishing loot table. Mojang. You have no reason to. Archaeology has proven you wrong. Step it up. Right, we got Stony Shore over here. Still dry, a little bit of Badlands by the looks of it. Still some more regular forest. So things are starting to cool down a little bit over here. Got some desert. Which is good because I'm fairly sure you want like temperate climates, but very high like humidity for jungle. I don't know. Not for jungle, sorry. Temperate climate, but you want humid as far as precipitation is concerned. Then I think you get the swamp. Not really what I'm seeing though. Here's quite big. We're still going south. We've gone about what, 1,500, 2,000? Holy crud! Look at that. That is crazy. That's like an ocean ruin, but it's like on land in a forest. The chest just popped in. I mean, like, yeah, okay, that's just a rendering thing, but still, right? This is too random to not go check out. Like, it's very clearly like not supposed to have grown here, but has anyway. Right, luck of the sea fishing rod, garbage. Take the emerald, take the coal. Do we even need the coal? We don't really need the coal, it's fine. The wheat can just go in the bundle. Don't care about anything else. Where's my boat? Where's my boat? Oh, there's my boat. Why did I land over here? Very strange. Again, no, just I don't know. I just love learning new things about the history of humanity. Like it's kind of like a combination of things because like once you like look back at history and like maybe you know, okay, there was the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, all that jazz. And like maybe like your memory goes back maybe I don't know 2,000 years, maybe 4,000 years or something, depending on where you live and what local legends and history you have. What's like culturally important. And it's just like no, 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 no. Part of the shared legacy of humanity is that we've been here so much longer. We have done so much. We have seen so much. Hopefully, we'll continue to do more. I'd like that. We'll sleep through the night. But yeah, just being able to learn about what people have been up to over millennia. Well, when was it the like human? I think like how far back were we talking? It's like 12,000 years. Like the first like permanent structure that was built, something like that. I'm kind of getting turned around a little bit. I'm feeling a bit weird. But I had land to my right, so I'm gonna stick with that. Dark oak forest. Very tall dark oak forest. Hello. Lots of dark oak. Yeah, this is odd actually. Like these dark oaks, they feel taller than they normally are, or is it just me? Might just be me, but they feel taller than they normally are. Nah, it's just me. Maybe they added just an extra block onto their height. Yeah, maybe. Shipwreck. Some more ruins. Very interesting. Little arrangement of cluster of ruins. Like the movie that came out lately, The Odyssey. I've not got a chance to see it yet. I was scheduled to go see it with a friend, but they ended up being sold out of tickets because my friend didn't get tickets ahead, despite inviting me. But yeah, like the stories like of the Odyssey are like less than 3,000 years old. Like in the timeline of even like the existence of the human species, which is like 200,000 years, 3,000 years is pretty damn short. What's that, like 1.5% ago? Like really short. I wish I had an IMAX near me for it. Yeah, that would be the dream. That would be the dream. Could have gone to see it last week, but I like didn't want to sit in a cinema for over 3 hours. Especially if it wasn't an IMAX. So I just saw Spider-Man instead, and I had a good time actually. But yeah, with the Odyssey having came out recently, like those stories, like I say, they're only like 3,000 years old. Like maybe not even that. Like they were written by Homer, supposedly. Put an asterisk on that, and I think that was about 2,500 years ago. Like it was already like retelling a story, like that had been passed down orally from around the Bronze Age collapse kind of thing, like maybe a bit earlier, like Mycenaean Greece kind of thing. So yeah, we're talking like 3,000 years ago, like no more than 4,000. Like that's pretty short. Like I think we know of like Egyptian civilization going back like 6,000 years, something like that. Chinese civilization like certainly goes back at least that far, to my knowledge. But like even 6,000 years, like if humans functionally identical to us evolved 200,000 years ago, like yes, there'll be some differences and quite significant ones. But if they're functionally human 200,000 years ago, blink in the eye. Blink of the eye. The amount of time that's passed. I think what was it? I was watching this channel a while ago. They were talking about what was the name of the channel again? It was Craig and Ford. Yeah. Talks about like myths and legends and stuff. One of the videos that he made a couple of years ago was talking about like the earliest legend or the legend, the oldest like story, like folk story that we can actually put a date on, like roughly when it was first written. And that story is Jack and the Beanstalk, actually. Like, believe it or not, Jack and the Beanstalk, one of it's like okay, it's not the oldest story that's ever been told, but like the common elements of Jack and the Beanstalk are, yeah, turns out 13,000 years old. The little story about the boy going in, climbing the beanstalk, slaying the giant, taking the treasure, all that stuff. Yeah, turns out oldest story that we can put a date to, and it's like 4 times older than the Iliad. And you think that's just a story that gets told to kids? Nah, big deal, big deal. It's amazing, actually, the things that you run into in the world. Oh, wait. Why are we at icebergs? Why are there icebergs? I mean, like, okay, we've gone very far, and I am aware that there's icebergs near here. I want nothing to do with those icebergs if I can at all avoid them. I hate having to travel through icebergs. But yeah, just Jack and the Beanstalk. Turns out it's a really old story. Like 13,000-year-old story. Right, I've got a sneaky suspicion. Yeah, honestly, in the amount of time that I've been rowing today, I could absolutely have just like gone down into the cave, killed a couple of slime, and got the slimes that I needed to make the cobble generator. Why didn't I just do that? Oh god, I'm so clever. And we're still going south, which is the direction that I like started out in. This ocean's huge. Oh, look at that. The boat caught in the iceberg. That's cool. Right. Okay. I'm not feeling my chances of like randomly stumbling across uh this mangrove swamp biome. Which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. But it's fine. I mean, the snow is pretty cool. Ooh, that was some blue ice. Hold on. Yeah, that's some blue ice. Right, okay. That is actually something that's worth picking up a little bit of. I do have a good silk touch pickaxe, so I can pick up some blue ice. Don't mind if I does. Can you have my mangroves next to an Arctic biome? I mean, you could. There's nothing strictly saying no, you can't, per se. But at the same time, like, it's not like the most common biome to get. Right, that's 20 blue ice. That's good. That'll do me. But yeah, just I think like you can get biomes like relatively close. Like I'm pretty sure like well this goes east. We'd want to go north. Yeah. Um like just out of render distance, like from our regular base, which is just it's like an irregular like temperate biome. Like right next to it, just outside of render distance, is another ice field just like this. So there could be a mangrove swamp next to this. I kind of have no way of knowing. We're just in a very frozen ocean biome. They're not fun. Not fun to navigate. But we'll make do. We'll keep exploring. I'm in an exploring mood today, I think. I'm very much in an exploring mood. What's that? That can be ice spikes, right? Nope, just another very, very big iceberg. Lots of polar bears, like seriously, there's so many of them. Right, is it worth sleeping through the night? I think it's worth sleeping through the night. We'll set up over here on the edge of this iceberg. We'll go a wee bit further, maybe out to there. Sleep on the ice. Yep. Right, this'll do. This'll do. Sleep. Hopefully before the nasties spawn. Lovely. And keep going. This ocean's bloody huge, by the way. Really huge. Oh, we got a little patch of green, though. That's interesting. How did that generate, then? Snowy shore. Got some snowy cold biomes over here. That's a beach with a turtle. But yeah, look at that. Like, we've got, like, big icebergs here. Green right there. Suppose you call it, like, a, I don't know, like a tundra biome or something? Or maybe steppe? Could be steppe land. Definitely not permafrost, but yeah, just, yeah, as you do. And of course, there are also flukes in the world generation where you get things like, you know, like really hot spikes. Oh, something that I learned about recently. It was a couple months ago I first encountered it. Where it turns out in Minecraft, you can get little things where, well, it was up until a fairly recent version of Minecraft, rather, where you could get, oh, good. The ice continues. Lovely. You could get little patches where, for some reason, the height map would just randomly like multiply to go into the negatives. Like for just some reason, it would just go straight to negative. And what you'd end up seeing is just a massive like wound in the earth. You would like get to the end of it, you look down, and it's just like walls and a massive crater that goes down to bedrock, and you can just see all the lava down at bedrock. Like it's like a lava pit. Because there's just like no ground has generated there. And like sometimes that would just like randomly happen. But I think they got rid of it in a relatively recent build of Minecraft. I don't remember exactly when. It could have been like 10 years ago for all I know, or it could have been like, you know, 2 years ago. I forget. But it's just like really cool. I mean, like the weird thing about it though was that it wasn't exactly common to happen. Like you'd need to go like, you know, thousands and thousands of blocks. We're talking like tens, if not hundreds of thousands of blocks to be able to come across one. So like most people would never find one. And then for some reason they looked at that and they thought, yeah, nah, that shouldn't be in the game. And they got rid of it. And it's tragic because they're so cool. Honestly, they really should have left them in. I like weird things like that. Like weird random features of random generation. Like I've been like really interested and fond of random number generation, or you know, just like random world generation for such a long time. When I first got into programming, this was a good long while ago. One of the first things that I wanted to do when I got into programming was like do random map generation kind of thing. Like I've been interested in it before, like as a kid, like being exposed to like Warhammer and stuff. It was just like, right, okay, this game has tons of dice. I love this. And I literally just like went around like all the board games that we had, like me and my cohort, and ended up just like rounding up all the dice from every single board game. And I still have them. They're currently in a Magic the Gathering box on my bookshelf. I still have the dice from every single board game that we ever had. It's great. But yeah, so I've always had a wee bit of a thing for randomness in general. So like when I started programming, it was like, oh cool, I want to make like a random map kind of thing. So I do like, you know, it's like, oh, you're learning the basics of programming or basics of like making a game kind of thing. And it's like, okay, how do I make this random? So of course you do the basics, you just do like, okay, you make a random number generator, you do like a D6 or a D20 or whatever. You do, okay, now I've got a deck of cards and there's like 20 different ways to program a deck of cards and you learn something new about programming every different way that you do it. It's like, okay, this is fun. What else can I do? And then it was just like, I was given this example where, okay, you've got to make like a lunar lander game just to like teach you how to like program a physics engine, like a really basic one kind of thing. And I was like, okay, like this is fun. How do I random generate this? So it was like, okay, look into different kinds of noise. You got white noise, you got pink noise, you got brown noise, whatever. And I was like, okay, I will make the terrain for this lunar lander game. I will just randomly generate every single time. And I did, and it was fun. Which is very fun because I was working with OpenGL at the time, which is very low, relatively low level as far as graphics engines are concerned. You have to draw all the vertices yourself, which is very exciting. So yeah, use that to make random terrain, which was nice. And oh, that's an ocean monument, lovely. And like as time's gone on, it's just been like, okay, find more ways to make things random. Or if not random, just find more ways to do things. Like find more ways to do fun and interesting things. Fun. It's fun. How did I get to talking about randomness? Oh yeah, I was just talking about Minecraft world generation, yeah. But then it's like one thing that I always enjoyed doing. I mean, like if you saw my like programming stream, I forget when it was, earlier this year, I was playing around with entity component systems, and I was doing like the little gravity simulation where you would get like a bunch of objects, and they would all be like just floating around each other. They'd have like some initial momentum associated with them, and then it would just like progress. Like you just get, you know, time would pass, and you would just see how the system evolves. And it's just always so satisfying for me to just like set the marbles up and just watch how the system evolves over time. I don't know. I was definitely a neurotypical child, okay? For example, some other examples of me being a normal child just enjoying watching like systems develop over time. As like a more normal thing when I was little, we had like marble runs. You know, it's just that you get like the little plastic marble tracks and you just like roll the marbles down them. There's a bunch of like loop-the-loops and little bowls that they spin around in, that kind of thing. And also like different routes they could go down. Like it was hard to make a splitter, but you could like start them in different routes and then they merge together. That was always fun. Also good to see you, brain replacement therapy. Hopefully you're doing good. I'm just chanting about randomness right now while I'm boating around looking for a damn freaking swamp somewhere. We've gone like, I don't know, 10,000 blocks taxi cab distance. Not going easily. Totally normal, just like me, makes it normal, right? Yeah, exactly. Another thing that I did, and like keep in mind, I don't know. There were only so many sources of entertainment available to me as a small child, okay? Like, I was too. I'm definitely going to be aging myself here, but we were a bit too young for iPad. Or rather, I am a bit too old to have had iPad as a small child. So one thing that I did for fun, especially when I was at my grand's, was that whenever she had like laundry on, when she had the washing machine running, like you know the washing machine has like a window in the front of the door. What I would do is I would just like look at it and I'd pick like an article of clothing. I don't know if it was like a red shirt or if it was like something that was white. And then I would just like watch it as it span around. I'd just be watching this thing spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning through the whole cycle. And I would also like you know like some of the doors have the little indent so you kind of look in and it like keeps everything in place. Is that little indent? So what I would do is like stick my head into the indent and I would yeah. I would just like be like, oh yeah, all the clothes are spinning around my head. That's very fun. Yeah, no, that's how my brain worked as a small child. ZZ question mark? Sarah would appear right now. The fiend. I mean, I'm gonna be attacked by something. Gonna need to stay on the go then. If she's not ZZing, need to stay on the move. Yeah, well, good to know that she's still to the north. Little ways that direction. Oh, that's fine. So yeah, no, just the way that my brain worked as a small child. But yeah, like this is just like randomness, you know? It's just like, oh, a system has been set up. And now it's going to evolve slowly over time. Like over time it'll look different or also did I just lose all my XP at level 12 for going to sleep? That thing that happens in this game? That's weird. I could have sworn I had more XP than this. Maybe it's just showing me the minimap. I think it's just showing me the minimap, never mind. So yeah, just like I just like find it satisfying watching the universe unfold on greater and smaller scales. Satisfying. And it's the same with Minecraft as well, like just like wandering around the world, seeing the way that it's all fit together, getting a bit of a sense for like how the fish, I bumped into a fish. Getting a sense for how the world generation works, because my goodness, something that makes absolutely no sense. Got freaking desert blocks right next to a freaking cold biome, because of course. I don't know, it's just like another of those fun things that my brain just enjoys. It's just like, yep, here's a fully random world, completely generated for you to explore. I do the same thing with Asgar's Fantasy Map Generator, which is a fantastic tool if you like world generation, world building, RPGs and such. Asgar's Fantasy World Generator is an incredible resource. Would recommend having a look at it and playing around with it. AZGAAR. You will find it very quickly. There's a swamp! Hell yes! This is probably not the closest swamp, but it's a swamp that I have found. It's nice swamp. Wonderful. It's also 10,000 blocks away from our base. Which is kind of not helpful. Get out of my swamp! It's so true. So relatable. We can learn something from Shrek in this. And that your swamp is your special place, your safe place. And people should leave you alone. Are there any stinky foxes in this swamp? I don't know. There might be a stinky fox in the chat somewhere. Unfortunately, not the stinky fox that you're thinking of, TV. I'm sorry to say. Very sorry to say. Right. Yeah, you know the fox. The fox. I don't know. There are several stinky foxes. They appear sometimes. Where's my boat? Over here. Over here. Over here. Got a lurk. Have a good stream and such. No worries, brain. You take care of yourself. Hopefully have a good rest of your day. Oosh. Right, okay. I think I don't want to... I mean, like, I do want to use this. So I'm going to take a screenshot of these coordinates so that I know where a swamp is for future reference. But hopefully I can find a better one. Hopefully so. So it looks like we're looping back around to the north. I will probably... Is that more swamp? Swamp bloody everywhere here. What the hell? Right. Oh, that's funky. Hello? I've got to check this out. That's too cool to ignore. What the hell? There's a waterfall inside a cave. Is it inside the cave or is it just next to the cave? Oh, it's inside the cave. Is it? Is it fully enclosed? Technically, by like a couple of blocks. That's cool. Very cool. Right, okay, we found a swamp. I need to find a better swamp, one that's closer. Being fussy. Ruined portal over there. Yeah, so Sayre's away that way. Yeah, I think there's more swamp down there. Good to know. Good to know. Let's take another wee screenshot here. Just so that we know that it's there. The swamps are a precious commodity. By which I mean they're much rarer than they used to be. It certainly feels like it. Oh, azalea tree. That suggests that underground there is a lush cave biome. Those are fun, by the way. Is to the east and Juliet is the sun. No. I went... Yeah, I went the wrong way, didn't I? I thought it was west. Hold on, I need to cry. I thought it was west. TT. Then south. I have been... Oh, no. I have been boating for like an hour. Wait, actually, how long have I been boating? I've probably been boating for like an hour and a half, something like that. I am in misery. Right. Let's beeline it back to Sarah. Swamp is far ass end southwest and northwest. I found one south. I found one south at these chords. Kane. Pecco. Right. Yeah, let's just let's just beeline it back to the base. We'll see if we run across anything interesting in the process. It's a shame. It's a shame. But still, it's all about the adventure, is it not? It's all about the adventure. So yeah. What was I talking about? Randomness is what I was talking about. Still do like randomness. Asgard is a very good tool. And Nephi just dropped in as well. Wonderful. We'll see if they want to actually do Discord. That'd be fun. Snowy Island, by the looks of it. Oh dear. Turns out there's potentially islands. Or that we have found ourselves in a little bit of an enclosure. This may have turned into a difficult situation. This doesn't look like a direction that I can just navigate through. I think I need to loop around the south side of this piece of land. Something tells me that this whole section's like quite a bit like a bit smaller than expected. Gonna have to like skirt around the bottom of this piece of land to then be able to beeline it back to base. Potentially. Sun's also setting soon. Fortunately, we didn't go too far north. The vector that I was taking. But yeah, still very fond of randomness in general. Although there's a wee bit of a I don't know, there's a wee bit of me that's like, yeah, randomness is cool, but then it's also like, where's the intention behind what you're doing? Like, are you making something random just because it's like, I mean, Minecraft's a pretty good example of like a satisfying level of randomness. Like nobody plays Minecraft and says this sucks because there's like nothing interesting going on in the world generation. Like they've done a good job of like balancing the randomness and like the millions and billions and of blocks that you can explore. I think it's like 1 trillion blocks or something like that. Just a huge space. Like part of the joy is just being like, yep, this is all here. You can just go explore it. So it's good in that regard. But then of course you do get games where it's just like, oh, yeah, here's like another randomly generated quest for you. This'll keep you occupied for another like 20 hours. And it's just like, no. This kind of randomness is not satisfying or interesting. You know, like you get that sometimes with like random loot or, you know, loot boxes or gacha. Not that I think there's like anything. No, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with gacha per se. I'm having spent some time thinking about making gacha game myself. Like I can only poo-poo it so much. Right, okay, yeah. I think we're back on a good vector now. Just have to keep going north. And then make a slight adjustment to the west when necessary. Just what are we talking? 5,500 word? No, 6,500 blocks. As the crow flies. What could possibly go wrong? But yeah, like some aspects of randomness can be fun. I think like the top-down way that gacha games work is like, okay, you've got to make the most of what luck you have. Like, do you accept, okay, I don't get that many rolls, so I have to make the most of the characters that I've got, which means, you know, you need to learn the mechanics better, you need to You need to figure out what's going on with the characters. You need to like level them up. You need to figure out the mechanics of the game. Or do you go, I could get better characters and I have money. So I'm going to roll more. So I get better characters. So I have access to better stats and mechanics and stuff. Like, there's an interesting aspect there. I don't think it's necessarily the best game design that's ever been made. But there's something interesting about it. It's more, I don't know, it's like game design, but like on the scale of like a community as a whole. But like in a very different way than other like community-focused games are designed. Like MMOs, for example, it's very different from MMOs. Where it's like, okay, everybody has the same like starting area. Certainly with older RPGs anyway, or older MMOs, there was a lot less, pay to win. Or like you didn't like pay for a boost or pay for like a welcome pack or something like that. It was just like, yep, you're just congratulations, you've got your subscription. You can play the game for a month or however long, or maybe it's one of those free MMOs. I mean, actually, even free MMOs, like by the time they became like much more of a thing, they did definitely have much more of like an in-game shop kind of thing. So yeah, I suppose. Oh, is that a mushroom forest? That's a mushroom biome. Holy crap, that's awesome. And we've got mushrooms. We found mushrooms. Oh my god, they're so cute. Right, okay. We are stopping up here. Pick up some nylium. Well, actually, it's not nylium. It's, what's it called? Mycelium, isn't it? Yes. Let's pick some mycelium. We don't need much. Just a few pieces mined. We'll take 8. Love mycelium. Mycelium's so cool. Oh, I've got 9. Yeah, that's fine. Mycelium is very cool. Mushrooms in general are cool. Also, welcome back, Brain. Hopefully you're doing okay. But yeah, mushroom forest biome. If I didn't already have like all the mushrooms that I need and like the ability to very easily get more, I'd be very happy right now. But yeah, primarily what you need from a mushroom biome anyway is literally just like a couple blocks of mycelium, and then you could just like, grow it yourself. It's totally fine. So I'm very happy. Like, they're pretty rare, but they usually spawn like on an island in the middle of like moderately large oceans. I don't know what the specific rules are, but like it's pretty good. Low squid. That's interesting. 1 out of 3 sleeping. I'm gonna have to log, aren't I? Hold on. I'll just go to shore. This will do. Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z. Are we gonna Z? Don't know if we're gonna Z. Also, yeah, had a very fun time getting the mods installed earlier today. Right, I don't expect they're gonna go to bed. They had their chance. On the boat again. I can't wait to get on the boat again. Fun. I like fun. Fun is good. Yeah, no. The main mods that I use, like they're entirely client side. So the mods that I use are mostly... Okay, one mod that I don't have, or well, not a mod, but like, I really do like some of the shader packs that like make the lighting look gorgeous. Those would be really nice. I wish I had installed one of those. That would have been very good. But what I have got installed is Light Matica, Tweakaroo, and what else? What's the other one? Hold on. Light Matica, Tweakaroo, Mini HUD, and Malalib. Although Malalib's mostly there for, you know, making sure that the other mods actually work properly. Oh, hello. Excuse you. You little bastard. Oh god, there's two of them. No! Oh god. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh no. Oh goodness. I nearly died. I was on 2 hearts. I was on 2 hearts. I thought I could take them. But the answer was no. Where the feck is my boat? Where the feck is my boat? Why is he swimming after me? Oh god. If I had died there, I would have been so mad. If I had died there, I would have lost so much good stuff. Oh my god, that was terrifying. Holy crap. Right, well, that was exciting. Right, I've found dry land. Oh look, it's mushroom biome. Wonderful. Good. Good. What the hell do I do? Right, let's put the pumpkins in here. They fit. I'm gonna need to make a boat. Because I lost my other boat. What stacks? I think this stacks, doesn't it? Yep, you can put an ender chest inside a bundle. That's very good to know. So crafting table. Go here. We make ourselves a boat. Right. That was way more dramatic than it had to be. Like, I jumped out my boat thinking, oh, we've got a guy with a freaking trident. I can fight him. Turned out there were 2. Turned out there were 2 of them. Oh my god. That was horrifying. Don't appreciate that. Don't appreciate that at all, actually. Right. Let's just focus on getting home. We are... we're quite far away. But we're making progress. We're making progress. That's the important thing. But yeah, once we get back, we'll nip east because it's definitely closer and infinitely safer than what I was just looking at. Also, that is actually the first time that I have actually seen a drowned riding one of the Nautiluses, actually. That was interesting and terrifying. Apologies, had to sneeze. Yeah, that was scary. Drones as they are, scary enough. Drones with mounts, even scarier. Still, we survived the encounter, and that's the important thing. We survived. And we're getting closer, I can tell, because the little dots on the compass indicating where my friends are getting slightly farther apart, which suggests I'm getting closer. Don't know who's doing what. Someone's doing a something. Ah, dear. Yeah, that was more dramatic than I wanted. Thought that was going to be pretty easy, actually. But no, I don't get any things. Right, there's a bunch of drones out there. We don't need to bother with them. That's one thing that's been quite nice about like recent updates to Minecraft. Like I know they had like pillager outposts and stuff. Like those were added like pretty sure those were added forever ago, like before the Village and Pillage update. I think they just like changed the mechanics for that. I don't remember. Um but yeah, they started like just adding more random little things into the game where it's just like, oh yeah, no, here's just like another way for mobs to just like show up and show you a bad time. They like doing that in Minecraft, don't they? Right, this is moderately concerning. I'm not sure which way around this is the best way to go. Probably, oh. And it's pushing it down, lovely. Probably this way. Actually, is it this way? This doesn't look like a good direction. I'm gonna go around this way. Let's see, we've got to go another 2,500 blocks that way, roughly. Now we're getting closer. Question of how close we are. I got here by boat, following the right-hand path. I have a sneaky suspicion this is either an island or a peninsula. Oh dear. Yeah, this is either an island or a peninsula. And I need to be able to loop around the south side of it. I think I have to go down here and then around. Hopefully there's not a whole continent in the way. Please. That'd be very nice. Here's that ocean ruin again. Ah, you know what I should have done? I should have set up a Ender Pearl stasis chamber. That would have been a good thing to do. So that I can just be teleported back nice and easy. Yeah, that would have been clever. Obviously not clever enough. It didn't do it. But yeah, Ender Pearl stasis chamber. Fun times. Fun times to be had by all. I'll look around to the south of this. I might not need to. No, I definitely need to. Look at that. Hopefully not for too long though. You know I've got a weird craving for just now? Marzipan. I have not had marzipan for so long. Love marzipan. I've not had marzipan for ages. I think technically the last time I had it would have been like last Festivemas. In like, what would it have been in? It'd have been like in a Stalin loaf. But the problem was it was like a very mean Stalin loaf. Like you want a Stalin loaf that's got like a huge big chunk of marzipan in it, but in that it was like a tiny little flip. It's like a little flip, I say, of marzipan. You got a big block of marzipan inside it. Seriously. Right, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. I don't recognize this. I don't recognize any of this. Like, I think I would remember if I'd gone this way and then, like, on my journey, so I don't think I'm on the far shore. I'm not sure if this is continent, I don't know if this is peninsula. I don't know if this is... I don't know what this is, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think I would recognize this. I don't like this. I don't like that I'm going the opposite direction in the way that I want to go. Like, I should be going that way. Oh, God. I was in a boat this entire time. Yeah, no, I can't possibly be... Yeah, I think I've managed to get myself into... Is that familiar? Have I gone the wrong way? That might be familiar. Can't really tell. Nah, I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna go north. We're gonna go due north. If I need to cut across land later, I'll do it. I'll be fine. Thank you for the hydrate, Wendy. Good to see you. Oh, hold on. I need to find water. Not have it slip out my hands. Drink the ocean. Would that I could. God. I was watching this streamer a couple months ago who like had never played Minecraft before. Like Minecraft's been out since, you know, it's been out for like 15 years. He'd never played it before, had no idea what he was doing. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a coward. No. But like he'd never played before. Minecraft, very much not his game. Like game that he's like most known for and like plays a lot of is like World of Warcraft. And then recently just like ended up playing some Minecraft. And it was genuinely painful watching him play it. It was so painful. What ended up happening... Yeah, I think this was the right way. I think I did just go the wrong direction. It's fine. Wait, actually, hold on. If this ends up being... not sure. But yeah, like he was like trying to find the end fortress, right? So he was like throwing the ender pearl, and like there was this whole thing where he was like, I threw the ender pearl and I followed it, but it just stopped right here. And then like not realizing that, you know, you pick it up, you throw it, then you have to like go in that direction a little while, throw it again, and then just like, you know, keep doing that until you get there. It took him like multiple of failed attempts to try and actually do this, because of course he was doing what's it called? He was doing hardcore, so he did have some trouble doing it. But eventually he like found the site. What the flip? Oh god! What the hell? Oh god! That drown just destroyed my boat. Really? Really? I mean, okay, there's one of them. There is only one of them. Is it time for revenge? It might be time for revenge. 3 hits. Dead. Screw you. Vengeance is mine! Right, I don't need the crafting table. I had no idea they could destroy your boats. That is evil. Like, one good hit destroys your boat. What the hell? What the actual hell? Right, okay, hopefully I can look around the north of this. I hope this is just a big island. I really hope it's not a continent. Like a big chunk of continent in my way. Like some weird peninsula or something. Don't think so. I think I might recognize this. Okay, I don't recognize it specifically, but I do remember. Oh wait, no, I might remember this specifically. Yeah, I remember this. I remember there was like a single shoot of bamboo here. Yeah, okay, so I think I'm going the right direction now. Yeah, weird that I can remember just a single shoot of bamboo. Talk about not seeing the forest for the trees. I remember where I am based on a single bamboo shoot, sure. Yeah, we were here. We passed this earlier. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, yeah, I'm not insane. My memory is just that good. A single bamboo shoot is all it takes to jog my entire memory. Oh, I'm so good at this game. No, I'm not. But yeah, no. So yeah, he got to the bit where he just had to dig down. He was throwing it, and it kept leading him into like the bottom of the ocean, in the middle of this inlet. And he was just like, "But how do I get down there? I'm gonna drown. Like, how do I go? Oh, there's a trident. There's a trident. I ain't fighting him. I ain't fighting him. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I need to go around this way. Wait, where is he? He's still in here. I think he is. We're just doing a little duck and weaving. Go around this way. But yeah, so he was like trying to get down there, and he was like, "What? There's no way for me to go down. It wants me to go down right here." And he was like, "Can I like drain the ocean?" And then he would like get a bucket of water and like take a block out, and then of course the source block would replace. And he would just like keep doing this. He'd be like, "Oh, you can just drop a drop of water into like one hole, and like eventually drain the ocean, right?" And I'm not kidding. He did this for like 10 minutes or something, and it was so painful to watch. But it was like, no spoilers, no spoilers. It was so painful. Then eventually realized, oh, I can just go to the side, dig down a little bit, and then actually, you know, go down at the location that I need to go down. So he did that. And then it was fine. And then, of course, it also took him several attempts to beat the Ender Dragon itself. So, you know. Took a bit to get there. But he got there in the end, and props to him. Minecraft is, despite all the efforts made, not the most intuitive of games. You can't deny. It is not an intuitive game to play. And like that's even before you get to all the technical stuff. Like technical stuff, this game gets bloody arcane. But yeah, this game is not intuitive. Well, like some parts of it are intuitive, but like if you want to actually beat the game, like it is abysmally difficult for a new person to just pick up the game and go, yeah, I want to beat it. Because at the end of the day, like this game's not about beating per se. It's a game about setting a goal and then doing it. And hopefully having some fun in the process. Like that's what Minecraft's about. And, you know, just Minecraft being Minecraft, Microsoft being Microsoft. Overall though, like this server, for those who didn't catch it, this server's actually the realm set up by Neffy's, who's in game just now with Ree. And yeah, honestly, like, I mean, I'm two things. I'm both stubborn and a bit of a cheapskate. Not gonna lie, I'm both stubborn and a bit of a cheapskate. I was distracted and missed some. Is Melanie a coward for refusing to drink the ocean? Apparently. Seriously, have you heard of water poisoning? To say nothing of, you know, excessive salt consumption. Apparently not. Usually it's just time that's a liar and a coward. Time is a liar and a coward. But yeah, no. But yeah, no. Honestly, like, I mean, I don't know how much it costs, Averelm, but it's got electrolytes. That's not how it works, brain. That's not how it works, and you know it. Oh, hold on. Someone's over here. Who's this? Who's this? Oh, they're in render distance. Almost. They're moving quite quickly. They're this way. Who is this and where do we go now? Where are they? Get back here, you fiend! Yeah, but seawater's kind of nasty. Yeah, it's full of babies. Oh, it's Neff! Yay! I'm gonna steal his boat. Hooray! He's got a bow, apparently. Wonderful. It's full of babies and fish poop. Exactly. Worth it. Do I get some recognition for my efforts? Apparently not. Moss! Nobody cares about Moss but me. Fine. Right, I'm off ski. Back to base for me. Nature's a bitch. Nature loves parasites. Yeah, no, yeah, it's still not great, is it? I mean, like, I don't think seawater's quite as bad as freshwater on that front. But it's definitely possible. Like, I mean, the thing about creatures that work in seawater, like, they're adapted for high salt environments. So if you're like not, if you don't have the salt content needed to sustain them, they struggle quite badly. So there's like less nasty parasites that you can get out of salt water than fresh water. Also, the fact that there's considerably more biodiversity between freshwater species than there is with saltwater species. Because I think about it, like, when it comes to saltwater, like, all oceans are connected. Like, every ocean's connected to every other ocean. Like, yes, there's, bits that are harder to reach from one area to the next. Like, the North Atlantic's going to be quite significantly different from the South Pacific, because you either have to go, like, over both of the Americas or all the way around Afro-Eurasia to get there. Not to mention the Indian Ocean. So yeah, there can be big differences between them. But compare that to basically every single river system in the entire world. Like, they are, like, okay, the ocean's big, but every river is not just, like, distant from every other, like, geographically, but completely isolated. They're exposed to completely different systems. They've got different amounts of water flowing through them. They're in different environments, so, like, the land around them's completely different. Yeah. And then also, because they're like basically in islands of their own, like every river's like practically completely isolated from every other one. There's just so much opportunity for like a species to just completely break off. And that's not even factoring in things like the flow of rivers. Like, something that you've got going on is like the formation of oxbow lakes, where like a river on a floodplain just slowly changes its course over time, and then suddenly, like, there's like a storm or something, and part of a river bend just gets completely cut off from the main body of the river, just like so suddenly. And then, congratulations, you have a completely isolated lake. And if that lake's like left on its own for an appreciable amount of time, the animals in that lake are going to be completely different from the animals in the river. There's so much stuff going on with saltwater, well, with freshwater animals compared to saltwater. So yeah. Expect to have lots of location, vast, expansive ocean, don't have much going on. This is also very true. And that's really bad for parasites. Parasites do well. There's rich biodiversity nearby to parasitize. Yes. Also standing water. Like ocean water is technically not standing because you've got waves, you've got the tides, you've got ocean currents. When it comes to freshwater, you've got you've got bits of stream, but then you've got like lakes, you've got ponds, you've got little streams that only sometimes like trickle when there's like been rain recently that connect to other streams. So there's like so much opportunity for like many different parts of a river system to be completely and utterly isolated from each other, even if they're just like meters apart. You can have completely different biosystems going on. Like there's a couple of ponds around Glasgow, actually, which have like really like rare newts, for example, that like they're only in like a handful of ponds around the city, basically, and like a couple of other wild locations. And you're just like, but there's so much water, there's so many rivers, there's so many lakes and ponds and stuff, and it's just like, no, this pond, these ponds are the places where these specific newts live. And it's just like, it's just really interesting. This coming from someone who never studied biology, or especially marine biology. I was exposed to so many marine biologists, it's not even funny. Yeah. Wasn't even a good thing. No. Physicists and biologists, we had to team up. We have to team up against the chemists. And also, we need to convince them to keep the cuttlefish away from us. Cuttlefish are creepy. True. It's true. XKCD made a comic about it. Dear me. That's an important. Good on you. Yeah. Yeah. Dear me. Oh yeah, speaking of marine biology, sea turtles. See if you ever go to a turtle sanctuary. Pet a sea turtle's neck. Bonus points if you can find a baby sea turtle. The skin on the backs of their necks is so soft. You have no idea. The first time I pet a sea turtle, I was so happy. I could have just died. I could have died right there and my life would have been fulfilled. Like, I would not have mind dying because I had pet a sea turtle's back. Oh, neck. So cute. The babies are really strong as well. Very strong muscles, very strong flippers. Yeah, fun times. Right, where the hell is home? I think it's this way. This feels right. I might be slightly lost, just slightly. I feel your physics background with biology exposure vibe. Yeah. I don't know. I just have so many interests and like things that I've ran into or learned about over the years. Like this is something that happened just this week actually. I was talking to someone at work, like on this work project that I was doing, which is quite good actually, because like in my day-to-day work, I don't see many people from like within my own company. I very rarely actually get to socialize with other people in the organization. the work I end up doing like on the day-to-day is like for another organization that we provide the service for, kind of thing. So so as I say, it's like it's very rare that I get to meet somebody new. So I was talking to this woman who is there like working on the project, and it turns out she's currently studying like or like trying to study a master's in linguistics. And like she's multilingual. I think she can speak. I think she's Italian, but she can like speak. Um, she can speak English, of course. She can speak. I think she can speak some German and probably French as well. I may be wrong. Oh, there's home. I was going the wrong way. And then yeah, I don't remember how it came up in conversation, but we're talking about linguistics that she was looking at doing, and then just being like, yeah, she's talking with someone who was involved in the what was it, the Voyager probe? You know, the one that had the brass plate with like the message for like any aliens that might have been out there. And yeah, then I just started talking. Oh yeah, no, I've been exposed to a little bit of this because like there's the whole situation with oh yeah, I've got loot. There's a situation where, okay, how the hell do you communicate with an alien civilization? Like, do you... Oh, I'm gonna enchant my pickaxe with this unbreaking book. Looting can go in there. Yes. How do you communicate with an alien civilization? Like, no letters that we use work. Wait, bear with. I'll come back to this thought. Brain replacement. I did physics in uni. Nice. Went into programming, software engineering professionally. Very similar to me. Also, I live in this giant colony of doomed microorganisms. Damn. So biology is very important in my life, whether I like it or not. I tend to end up informally researching it a lot. Yeah, you'd be surprised how often like random pieces of knowledge end up being relevant in life. You really would. But yeah, so yeah, it was the whole thing with like trying to communicate with an alien is okay, how do you like where do you start? Because of course, like they're not gonna know like they're not gonna know anything really. Like they're not maybe they don't even okay, we have to assume we have to find some way of giving them something to look at, right? So at the very least, we have to be able to say, okay, they will either be able to see an inscription, or they'll be able to feel an inscription, or otherwise sense that there is an inscription here, right? So we can assume that, okay, if we... 18 levels, are you kidding me? So one way or another, we can be at least moderately sure that there's going to be a way that they can communicate with us like that, right? So okay, we're gonna write something, and that will allow us to like communicate with them. Okay, fine, we've got that as like a baseline. Like if they can't tell that something's there, then we're not like they might be intelligent. No way for us to know that they're intelligent. We're wasting our time. Don't worry about it. Like we're not gonna be able to interact with them, so there's only so much point in bothering. So okay, but like they're not going to recognize any letters that we write with. They are not going to recognize like any symbols that we use. Like they might not even be able to recognize like something as simple as like an arrow. Like if we look at an arrow indicator, it means this direction, or look here, or this, we are drawing your attention to this kind of thing. But when it comes to aliens, like they might not appreciate that. Like they might like, is the concept of an arrow something that we only understand because we have to, you know, hunt, or that we engaged in warfare, or like is even just the concept of a line pointing in a direction something that can be easily understandable? It's like how do you communicate that? So, you know, like really, really fundamental baseline questions of how do communicate end up being really important, really like tricky questions to have answers to. But okay, sure, okay. Where can we start though? One of the things that we can actually start with, fingers used as pointing devices. I mean, yes, you're not wrong. But do aliens have fingers? Do we know that aliens have fingers? Do we know that aliens will use or be able to tell that you can use a body part to gesture in a certain direction? Like, we can't make that assumption. We can't assume, and also we can't even tell that they'd be able to, like, infer that if a person's holding their arm in a certain direction, that it means we are pointing in that direction. Like, what does that mean? Do we just look like that? They might think we just look like that. Fingers are an assumption. Yes, fingers are an assumption. But something that we can be quite sure of is they will have some way to appreciate distances, right? So what we can do, and I don't remember exactly how we ended up doing it because I'm such a false scientist. But like something that we ended up doing was indicating, okay, here is the distance from our star to our planet. And it's like this distance kind of thing. Like that's something that we can say, okay, here's like a reasonable measure of distance. And if it happens to be an alien species who are able to, you know, use a telescope, look up at the stars, find the solar system, find the third planet in that system and go, oh, this is the distance between that planet and that sun, then suddenly we have a similar measure of distance that we can use. Like, we've not used numbers to say that. We've not used numbers. All we've said is, we are from here. We are on this planet. This distance here, this is a standard unit of distance, kind of thing. And you're like, okay, right, this is something that we can work with. There's another one as well. So, something that's very fundamental in astrophysics, and physics in general, actually. It's called the 21 centimeter line. What this is that when you've got hot hydrogen, or you've just got hydrogen there in general, what you notice is that hydrogen emits energy at a radio wave with a wavelength of around about 21 centimeters. And hydrogen's like the most abundant element in the universe. It's literally everywhere. If you look anywhere in the universe that has a lot of hydrogen, or, you know, a lot of matter, then it's going to be producing a lot of this 21 centimeter line. So you can look at that and you can use that and say, okay, this is the 21 centimeter line. Anyone who's got a basic understanding of radio telescopes or, you know, atomic physics will know what the 21 centimeter line is. And we can say, okay, a human's roughly like, what's it, like 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 times as tall as that, roughly, on average. So yeah, we can actually use that as a basis of measurement. Like, that's something that's, you know, it's on a scale that's understandable and should be recognizable to any like moderately intelligent alien life form out there. So yeah, fun. So yeah, it's very interesting actually being able to, like, you know, work out from base principles how to communicate with something. But the thing is, like I was talking to like this person at work, and this came up, and then I just realized, like, I remember just being like, yeah, I'm interested in linguistics, but I don't actually know that much about it. But then because this came up in conversation, suddenly it's like, yeah, no, I do know all this. I can actually describe and explain this. I can actually relate to something that you're saying, and it was just a really interesting moment. It was very fun. Right. Apparently nobody wants to sleep now after all. Screw me, basically. I need one more level. I need one more level, and then I can do some stuff. I should level up quick. Fishing is actually a surprisingly effective way of getting levels. Quite pleasantly surprised. Get a lot of XP very quickly. This is literally just for XP. Like, I need to get to level 17. 18, rather. So I can... Yeah, look at that. Like, one level? That wasn't one level. Just the mini-map goes away. Go away, drowned! Go away! Yeah, I see you there. You're gonna lose sight of me in like 2 seconds. You're gonna float under the bridge and go away. Watch. Yep, there he is. Look, he wants to get to me, but he can't go up, so he's gotta go down. And now he's lost sight of me, and now he doesn't want to fight anymore. Stupid idiot. Just gonna gurgle away down there. That's a fun gurgly noise. So yeah, very fun. Laws of physics and relationship between physical things are pretty good baselines, axioms, assumptions. Absolutely. They should be pretty consistent anywhere the space probe ends up. Yep. Unless, you know, the laws of physics are completely different in different parts of the universe, but, you know, as near as we can see, that's categorically untrue. The universe is remarkably consistent. It's very fun. Right, this should be the last fish I need. Come on, give me that XP. Nope, one more. Never mind. I do like that the XP ball that you get for fishing just like appears out of nowhere. Just, you know, fish. I think it comes out of the fishing rod itself. Right, so now I can finally buff my pickaxe to Unbreaking 3, which makes it much more long-lived, which is very good because it's very damaged. Very, very damaged indeed. I might see if I can fish a little bit just to get a little bit of it, health for it. It's at 121 right now. And with the XP from that, it has gone up to 133, so 12. Yeah, it's 12 XP per, which is fine. Right, I really should be going to bed because it's after 10 o'clock. And I have a very fucking long day tomorrow. But I'm gonna see if we can't find the swamp biome. I've had it confirmed it's to the west, or to the east rather, sorry, can't words. I hope I don't have to go over land to get there though. That'd be annoying. I'll try and go over sea. We will see if I can. Could also technically go inland, like there. Nah, we'll go around it. Although if it ends up taking me much more south than east, then we'll see where we get to. Yeah, hopefully this will loop around that way. If not, I'll maybe just go overland. Wombling free, if you will. We'll have a look. But yeah, if I can find this other swamp biome, I will probably be very happy. And we'll probably call things there because, as I say, long day ahead of me tomorrow. I have to work a full shift at work, and then I also have to go to the place for the project, which I literally just left 2 days ago. My god, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But the good news is, this should be the last time I have to do it, at least this month. to my knowledge, like we're still like in the prep phases for the full project itself. So I've helped out in like phase 2 and phase 3. And I think there's going to be like a bit more test. Well, we're testing on Tuesday. And then like I think at the end of the year sometime, I don't know if it's like October, December kind of time. But apparently somewhere in that kind of time frame, we are going to do a bit more like specific training. And then after that, it will likely be the main event itself. But there might be a couple little training or like practice sessions in the meanwhile. I don't know. I think I might need to go over land here, which is a bit annoying. Wait, where are we going? That's fine. Right. Let's see if we can find this swamp. Hopefully I don't have to go too far now. So you want to go east. That is coastline. Yeah, that's coastline. But I need to go all the way around there. Right. So it's somewhere in this direction. There's a swamp. And apparently it's a mangrove swamp. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be very tired this week. Like I didn't sleep great last night, which means I'm probably not gonna sleep great tonight, especially considering how long I've been streaming. And then tomorrow's gonna be a long day because I work all day, and then I travel, and I've got to get to the hotel, and then to get food. Maybe get food before I go to the hotel. I don't know. Figure it out. But yeah, it's gonna be a tiring day. Gonna have a bath when I get to the hotel. Hey, there's the mangrove swamp. Lovely. Nice. Okay, is this a busy and active person? Unfortunately. Right, okay, mangrove swamp. Let's have a think. I'm pretty sure that slimes spawn in a mangrove swamp. Oh, we've got toads! They're so cute. Hello, Toady Toad. I'm stuck in ads, yeah. Ad jail. Apologies. Would if I could disable them. Well, I mean, I could reduce the rate and frequency of them, but then Twitch is miserable. But yeah. So it's going to be busy. And then on Tuesday, the day that I'm actually doing this project, it's going to be harder than literally any day I've done yet. It's going to be so difficult. They like literally looked at how much work that we did over the last several days and we're like, right, okay, we want to do an extra 10% on top of the already like incredible and record-breaking feat that you've achieved. Yeah, do another 10 zombie. Do another 10%. Like they're literally looking us in the eye and saying, yeah, as much work as you've done, do 10% more. Like you've already like effectively broken like records and stuff of how well these projects have been going. Do more. But still, yeah, it's been going good. It's been very fun and interesting. I will enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, because like the task itself is actually pretty fun and enjoyable for me certainly. But oh, can I squeeze these from here? Nope, that's very irritating. Very irritating indeed. It's fine. Got the important stuff. Right, I'm gonna go this way. We're gonna get back home, and then I'm gonna call it. What the plan is. Cause yeah, needs to be done. Mel needs to rest. Mel's been working very hard this week. Last week. Mel has worked very, very hard. And I am very proud of myself, but I'm also very tired. Oh yeah! And then after my incredibly busy day on Tuesday, I have to travel home again. And get home at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. When I'll be tired. Probably burned out. And then I have to go to work the next day. Like, I mean, like, I was like, okay, not fine, but like, because I was able to, like, I had a day, well, I had the weekend off, which meant I could actually rest from the big trip over the last 2 days. But I'm not really fully recovered. I'm not quite fully recovered yet. Oh, I have a spare boat? When did I get a spare boat? That's weird. But yeah, I'm not quite fully recovered. And I've got to go to work tomorrow and then travel again. I'm gonna so like come next Wednesday when I've had like whole week, yes, weekend to rest a bit, and then days work, travel, very intensive time, travel, sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty dang tired. Pretty dang tired. So I am. I would say I'm looking forward to next weekend, but I don't know if next weekend's gonna cut it, to be quite honest. But yeah, we'll survive one way or another. One way or another, I'll be fine. Yeah, okay, we made it home. Good. Right, so it really is just west, and unfortunately, it's overland, or east rather, and overland. So yeah, okay. This is not the worst thing, actually. Like, it's not ideal. But it is there. There is a way to get there. We have a plan. I just need to kind of organize myself and then get ready to actually go on a big ol' adventure. Not just in real life, but also in Minecraft. Yeah, what do I need that what do I not need that I've got? Got my rod. The contents of my bundle are kind of annoying. Yeah. Very annoying, actually. Hold on. So those, and those. And those. Don't need that stone, that can just go. Bundle. So much crap, seriously. Right. I don't care about most of this stuff. Wait, I do want that. Don't want the emeralds, don't want the gold, don't want... Do I care about the hopper? I don't really care about the hopper, don't care about the wheat, don't care about you, don't care about you. Mycelium, I'll keep a hold of. Don't care about you, don't care about you, don't care about you. That's fine. The food I will put in here. Leather can go here. Crimson roots can just go fecking somewhere. Here will do. Meow indeed, cat. Meow indeed. Mycelium can go in here too. Let's clear out the coal mine and then we'll call it. Got all this core, may as well... Core? Coal. May as well do something with it, eh? So yeah, gonna be a busy time. I wish I had a bit of time to rest. Honestly. I could really use another couple of days to just chill, I think. Sadly, needs must. Life be busy. Life be lifing. But we'll be fine. So yeah, after today, next stream is going to be Wednesday. Assuming that I'm not completely and utterly burned out. Which, it's a possibility. I don't know if it's a strong possibility, but it's a possibility. Hopefully it won't be the case. But I am prepared for it being a possibility. Why are you whooping so much? Seriously. So intensely. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Hopefully I won't be too burned out next week. Anything else that matters? Pop those away. Pop the stick away. The gunpowder I've got. Sand. I don't strictly need per se. Right, okay, I think I'm a good place to call it. So next time, what I need to do is I need to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing, more or less. I'm actually going to put this chest here. All this stuff that I'm probably going to end up needing, I'm just going to stow in here for now. And we'll come back to this later, I think. So I think what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to... Wait, I need... That's Pikachu. Lovely. So what I'm going to do next time, I'm going to actually get all the slime that I need. Which I think probably I'm literally just going to go to the cave over there and get what I need from that. Because there's kind of no point in getting slime from a swamp when I can get the swamp. Like I only need a couple of slime balls. I can get them without going to the swamp, and like they only spawn at night in a swamp. And they're affected by the moon as well in a swamp. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll get the slime that I need from over there, make sure that I actually have all the pieces that I need to put together the cobble generator. Once I have the bits for the cobble generator, we will go back over to the swamp. I will set up a base over there, and I will make the slime farm. Well, tell a lie, we will make the cobble generator, and once the cobble generator is up and running, we will make the slime farm. That's going to be the plan for probably the next time I play. Or it's going to be the plan for the immediate future when next I play. So that might be Wednesday. It depends on whether Super Earth has managed to fix their game. Hopefully they have, and hopefully they do. Would be a very good thing if they did, because I want to play some Helldivers. Like, I didn't get to play it when the new update launched, and it sounds like I wouldn't have been able to play it anyway. So yeah, hopefully they fix that sooner rather than later, and I can play again. So yeah, next time we do Minecraft, we know what the plan is. But as soon as I physically can, play some Helldivers, because I miss it. But yeah, we'll call things here. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming along today. Whether you've been here from the start or you came along partway through, I really do appreciate it. Once again, thank you for being with me as things have been so busy and I get to complain about my life. I love complaining about my life. Have I ever mentioned that? I really love complaining about my life. So much fun. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to take things a little bit easy this week. That'd be very nice. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go crash now. So until next time, take care of yourselves, be very good to yourselves, and I will see you all again very, very soon indeed. Well, no, not that soon. Like in like 3 days soon. I'll see you then. Bye bye everyone. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. And yes, thank you so much, folks. Do appreciate it. Thank you to Neff and Ree for dropping in also. We didn't hang out with them on chat or anything. I thought we might, but I think they're gonna see themselves. Need some peace and quiet rather than bothering me today. We're gonna raid someone. Might raid someone. Do I want to raid someone? I think I'm gonna be antisocial actually. I'm not gonna raid anyone. I'm gonna be awful. Anyway, have a good night, folks. Take care. Be good to yourselves. Matane.